You guys want to know a fun fact about this Loomian Legacy update that I'm about to talk in today's video? When this Loomian Legacy update dropped, at the time it was the most anticipated update. It dropped literally in the middle of COVID in December of 2020, and the best part about this update, right, is that when this update finally dropped, it was bugged out. The main purpose of this update was to hop on the UMV, and when the UMV update originally released in December of 2020, it was broken. Okay, for the first 30 minutes of the update, we couldn't even use the UMV. So guys, for today's video, I want to talk about Loomian Legacy's abandoned update. What exactly is this? Once it was the most anticipated thing to release in Loomian Legacy, and now it is a deserted place that barely anyone visits in the game because of lack of updates to this place, lack of interesting things to do, and pretty much just after a month, it got really boring. On December 12th, the Llama Train Studio Twitter account went onto Twitter and basically said, we're aiming to release the Route 8 update sometime this evening. This will include the Route 8, the UMV, fishing, and 20 new Loomians. We'll announce again just before we start for the countdown of the release. And then pretty much as the update said, they actually ended up releasing Route 8. At the time, a lot of people were really excited for this update. As you can see, this tweet basically has 2,000 likes. The fact that it has 2,000 likes means that a lot of people really enjoyed this update and looked forward to it. The hype for the UMV update was insane. However, now no one really cares about the UMV. Why am I so confident when I say this? Well, yesterday I ran a poll on YouTube and on Twitter, and the question was, when was the last time you guys used the UMV in Loomian Legacy? On Twitter, 70% of the people who responded to my poll said they don't remember the last time they used the UMV, and on YouTube, 80% of the people who responded to my poll said that they don't remember the last time they used the UMV. In total, this is 7,000 people who responded to my poll, therefore around 5,500 people don't really know when they last used the UMV in Loomian Legacy. The UMV has only ever gotten one update in the game. This is when Ceratops, a new fossil Loomian, was released, and this brought people back to the UMV for like a week, and then everyone left again. I was reading some pretty interesting comments on Twitter and on YouTube, and I really think that you guys should hear this. Sora went onto Twitter and basically said, what if the UMV had another minigame? Imagine a UMV racing game. And then Pops did a really good reply that I do feel that Loomian Legacy could implement this. Pops basically said, I can see a Pac-Man type UMV game where the Ghost and Pac-Man are the Cephalops and the Pac is the UMV. Yeah, so imagine Loomian Legacy actually ends up repurposing the UMV and adds a little new inspired Pac-Man minigame in the UMV. Maybe if you beat this update, you get a rare new Loomian or you get a rare new fossil. On YouTube, the user Adam basically said they need to add a super rare egg that has a low chance of hatching a legendary like they did in Pokemon Break Bronze. Would make using the UMV actually useful. Yes, this is exactly what I've been thinking, and this is exactly what Loomian Legacy needs to do as well. Back in Pokemon Break Bronze, it was fun to use the UMV because you could find an egg, and the egg had like a 90% chance of spawning a regular Pokemon and like a 10 or 5% chance of spawning one of the 3 Lake Guardians. I'm really surprised Loomian Legacy did not proceed with bringing back an egg. I mean, it makes sense. Eggs are not a thing in Loomian Legacy. However, they could be a thing. Just add an egg to the UMV and have us walk around to spawn this egg. Definitely something that they could really do, and this will really revive the UMV. The user Joshua basically said, put boost tokens in the UMV. This is another thing that Loomian Legacy could spend like a day doing, just throwing some boost tokens into the UMV. You know, just making it so that we can obtain 1 free boost token each time we use the UMV. And of course, making the boost token very rare to appear. If you guys remember, in the Halloween event and in the Christmas event, there was this thing that we could have done for 1 free boost token for the entire duration of the event, so Loomian Legacy could easily replicate something like this with the UMV. My favorite suggestion to the UMV is there's a UMV. You know, it doesn't surprise me, the UMV doesn't really play a big part of the story. It's just owned by Polar Corporation, and Polar Corporation is just there vibing and mining. You know, there's really not much to it. As I walked through Loomian Legacy the other day, I visited a lot of the old updates in the game, and it is a little bit sad that Loomian Legacy spent a lot of time working on this UMV for this place to just become irrelevant, boring, and nothing else to do there because of lack of update and just essentially lack of adding fun stuff to the place for us to enjoy. Will the UMV ever return to its potential? I don't know. Loomian Legacy could easily spend a couple of days working on the UMV, and it could easily drag a lot of players back to it. However, our beloved Atlantean City Part 2 is basically making everything in Loomian Legacy stand still. What does that mean? That basically 0 to nothing other than Atlantean City Part 2 is going to be worked on in Loomian Legacy for the next couple of days, weeks, and maybe even months. With all that being said though, thank you so much for watching this video. I'm Armenti, and we lit.